What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. In this episode, we shall continue through this Pokemon HQ lab and whatnot. It's been so long since I've actually recorded a video. It actually hasn't been that long. It's only been 6 days, but that's one day off a week. And to be honest, it's not that I've been busy, but it's that I've been really sick. I've been busy too, don't get me wrong. I had my first high school football game because I didn't play football my freshman year. Well, I didn't play varsity my freshman year. I played my first varsity game last Friday. And that was a ton of fun. Even though we did lose, we lost pretty badly. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. What happens was it was a preseason game, so a lot of people really didn't try. A lot of people are like, oh, well, I'll just go out there and do whatever. If I make a nice catch, great. But a lot of people didn't try because it doesn't really matter. You know, it's just to see, you know, what you can and can't do. So we got destroyed. I'll tell you guys the score. It's 40. We lost 44-6, 48-6 actually, 48-6. My bad. We didn't score a touchdown until it was 42-0. We scored a touchdown with like a few minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, and it took us. It was our first. We had our first string playing, and first string, if you don't know what that means, it means it was our starters, the best players on the team, versus their third string, which is the backup for the backups. So we were facing their worst players with our best players, and it took us that long to score in the fourth. You know, in the fourth quarter. So that was ridiculous. So we really got our asses handed to us. You know, our coaches got on us. You know, they're like, hey, you know, you shouldn't. You know, you guys are gonna pay for that. You know, you guys should have tried. You know, that's the whole purpose of this game. You know, you get to see what all that cheating and conditioning is for, and you know, all that stuff. So, you know, I definitely learned from it. I got in. You know, I think. You know, I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but I think I did a pretty darn good job for that quarter that I played. I only played the fourth quarter because, you know, varsity is really for juniors and seniors. Not many sophomores get in. There is one sophomore, though, that did start, but that's my friend who's 6'9", 305 pounds. He's freaking 15 years old, too. He's still not done growing. And he's enormous, let me tell you. So he, you know, since he's that big, he gets to play varsity sophomore year. I'm actually going to play JV again this year. When the junior varsity's season's over, then I get to go to play varsity because technically you're a junior then once you finished that season. So that'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to playing varsity, and I'm really looking forward to both seasons in general. But it was a nice time. And then anyways, after that, I had a couple of the guys that I'm really, you know, some of my best friends from the team. They came, they slept over at my house, and we had one of the funnest nights ever. One of the funniest parts was we were walking back from this ice cream shop, and one of the kids that slept over at my house was the kid I just talked about, who's 6'9", and all of a sudden we hear BAM! And everybody turns around, and he hit his head on the top of a stop sign, and we all dropped our yogurt. We went to Yogurt Land. We just dropped our ice cream or yogurt, whatever you want to call it, and we just started dying of laughter on the floor. Cause he's just sitting there holding his eye, and he's like, "Oh my God!" And we're sitting there dying because he's so freaking tall. And then we had this. We went in Yogurt Land. You pay the price of your ice cream by how many ounces or how many pounds. So everybody gets like, you know, this big thing of ice cream, and everybody's like, oh, it's $4. You know, oh, we paid $9 for the two of us. And all of a sudden, one of our friends comes out, and he's a big kid. He's 350 pounds. He's enormous. I think he's almost 16, but he's 350 pounds. And that's a big kid, let me tell you. So he comes out, and he goes, guys, I'm never coming to this bullshit place again. We're looking at him, we're like, what's the matter? You know, like, ice cream? He goes, dude, I paid $9 for this. And we looked at his ice cream, and that shit was like Mount Everest. Oh my God, it was beautiful. It was, we started dying because everybody's got like all this ice cream. All we did was pay $4, and he's got a mountain over there, and he's like, dude, I paid $9. It was just so funny. It was like the perfect moment. Oh my God. And then we went, and we went home later, and then one of our friends that joined us later that night, he was a little tipsy. He had just come from a party, so he was a little, you know, drunk, whatever he was, and he didn't know what the hell he was doing, so he started screwing with his head. So we did all this stuff. We were like, you see this box? You see this box right here? And we would pretend like there's a box in our hand, and he's like, dude, I see the box. And there really was nothing there. We were just like, you know, putting our hands like a mime, pretending like there was a box there. He goes, we're like, well, when I put this box over your head, you can't hear anything. And he goes, what? That's a lie. So we pretended to put the, we put the pretend box over his head, you know, like just moving our hands there. And then we started like just moving our mouths, like as if we were talking, but we weren't saying anything. So all we were doing was moving our lips, pretending like we were talking, but we weren't doing anything. And then we took the box off his head and we're like, hey, did you hear us? And he goes, dude, are you like Dumbledore? What the expecto patrona was that? Don't do it. And then we put the box, you know, we pretended to put the box back on his head, and we started pretending to talk again. And then we took it off, and he goes, why do you guys keep doing this? Please don't put me back in there. He was freaking out. He was like, please don't put me back in there. It's so dark and scary. And he was going nuts, and then he's like, it was just so funny. And then what's some other thing he does? We started asking him what he thought about other players who, you know, we were like, hey, or no, we started asking about other coaches, like, hey, what do you think of Coach blah blah blah? And he goes, oh, he's a dark-skinned person, I don't like him. And we were like, all right, he's a little racist now. And they were like, hey, what do you think of this guy? We're like, oh, his beard, you mean Santa? What? Because the guy, one of our coaches, has this big beard. He looks like Santa Claus. And then one of them, he was like, hey, what do you think of Coach blah blah blah? And he's like, oh, what a transsexual fat girl. That was the best line that was one of the best lines of the night. That one and the next one. So he kept eating Cheetos, you know, I guess he got the munchies from drinking or whatever he did, or whatever he was doing today. And he raided my entire like kitchen of all the Cheetos I had. And he's like, oh my god, when we do conditioning on Monday, I'm gonna be on the line, and I'm gonna be like, what's worth every bite? And it's so funny because he's like 330 pounds, and it's so funny to see a fat guy. And he got on the floor and he pretended to crawl too. He's like, was worth every bite. And it was so funny because I have it on videotape on my phone. I mean, that was a night to remember. I'm telling you, it's one of the funnest nights of my life. You really had to be there to enjoy it. And but the worst part is that I got sick. Right now, I'm still sick. I have symptoms of a concussion and symptoms of having the flu also. It's weird because I have a headache. I'm short of breathing. I have not nausea, fatigue, and there's something else. But I don't know. I'm not doing too well. But oh, excuse me. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to quickly plug in my computer charger because they said I had 3% remaining, and I didn't want it to die in the middle of a commentary. But anyways, this was Labor Day weekend that just passed, and if you don't know what that is, it's a holiday here in the United States. I think it celebrates the economic and social contributions of workers. I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure, actually. So we get a day off of school here, but I don't think that workers get a day off. Some do, some don't. But here, if you, this is like a question like strictly for Americans, I guess, because I know I have viewers from other countries and other continents. What did you do if you went anywhere over Labor Day weekend? If you had the day off of school? You know, I didn't go anywhere. I just told you guys what I did, where I had my party at my house and whatnot. You know, my friends sleep over, and my game. You know, did you go anywhere, whatnot? So just go ahead and like the video now. Take a second to like the video. Leave a comment, tell me what you thought of the story or what you did over Labor Day weekend. But I'm actually still on my long weekend, I guess. I have the day off of school today because I'm really sick. and I might have a 5-day weekend too. Some people like not going to school. I absolutely loved not going to school up until high school. Now that I'm in high school, there's so much work, and when you take a day off, between the work from the day you get back to school and the makeup work from the days you missed, it's really not smart to take a day off because there's so much work to be done. I mean, I have to do vocabulary for 3 classes, plus I have to do a take-home test, plus I have to do this stupid chemistry project, and then when I get back to school either tomorrow or on Thursday, I'm gonna have whatever work was assigned then, and that's gonna suck. And they give you to the end of the week, so if I get back on Thursday, I have one night to make it all up, and that because it's all due Friday. If I get back tomorrow, I've got Thursday night, I've got Wednesday night and Thursday night to make it up. But if I really can't, get to school, I can't go. I'm gonna try to go to school tomorrow. As much as I don't like school, I have to go to it. Plus, I don't get to practice. I don't know what rules are with other high schools or other, things you do, but if you don't go to school, you're not allowed to practice if you play any sports, or you're not allowed to go any, like, let's say you're part of a club at your school. If you miss school that day and your club's having like a, let's say a bake sale at the local library, you're not allowed to go to it and be a part of it, It's just this thing. And, hold on one second, I had to pause my recording here, so the music might have just changed, or become out of sync. But, there we go, now it works. I had to stop my recording there because during the middle of recording this episode, it was dinner time, so I had to go eat dinner, help my mom prepare the table and whatnot. But, tight-lipped. Ooh, do we get to face a double battle or no? Aww. This guy's named El Rock. Like El Rock? What? The Mighty Rock. Swablu and why not? But anyways, what else could I talk about? I got a new trampoline now. I don't know. I mean, wait a minute, everybody loves a trampoline. I was just gonna say, I don't know if you guys love trampolines or not, or like them, but everybody loves a damn trampoline. But I got one of those rectangular ones, and it's a 20 feet by 10 feet. It's 10 feet wide and 20 feet long. And it's super fun. Oh my god, all I do is bounce from like side to side doing like flips and shit. Like I can't do a backflip, but I can do like a double front flip, or like a 1.5 front flip. I can do one full flip and then half of another and land on my back. Like, so I can't do 2 yet. I'm really too big. I'm 6'2", 210 pounds. And I'm trying to weigh more. I really need to weigh about 225. So I'm trying to eat as much as I can, but the more I eat, the more sick I get right now. So I'm like I don't have any appetite right now that I'm sick. By the way, I'm gonna leave Hound Hour here for a second in this fever mode thing. Not fever mode, reverse mode. Because I think if I leave him for an extra turn or two, if I call him, he'll lose like an entire bar. Same for Spiel. If Spiel enters reverse mode, we're gonna leave him for a turn. There we go. Super effective. Swab him down. Oh man, we're running low on time. I don't even know if we can finish this battle by the time the episode ends. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna finish it because this Corsola is a dick. I remember this Corsola where there's no way we're gonna be able to finish it. Alright. What do I want to do? I don't remember what I did here. This is a post commentary, by the way, because I just kept coughing over and over during the regular recordings. Alright. Let's see what Shadow Wave does. Alright, should do... Yeah, that's alright damage, of course, though. But, oh, I know what I can talk about. Oh, no, I want to save that for another video. I don't know how many of you guys play first-person shooters. If you don't know what a first-person shooter is, it's like, you know, Halo or Call of Duty, where you control the gun, you move around and whatnot. But I'm super excited for Modern Warfare 3, but I'm going to talk about that in a different video, one of my Call of Duty videos. But that's going to be it for this episode of Pokemon XD. I guess we'll finish, you know, try to finish the hideout next episode and finish this match too. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you guys later.